So, where we left off. An hour in.
Oh no.
What will probably be a shorter session today. Let's see.
We're down a member, so it's all good.
Currently, most of the party is asleep, with the exceptions being Adoonby and Alistair, who have woken up. Let's see, you guys got there early morning. You slept for 8 hours. At this point, it's starting to be mid-afternoon. Because Alistair and Adoonby only slept for 4 hours.
Yep.
So you guys are probably in at about 5 of those 8. So it's starting to be late afternoon, heading towards evening time. Adoonby and Alistair had a walk around the outer wall, chatting. Met Cloven. You guys are at the Abbey. Met the Abbott. Have learned that there are a number of bestial figures, bestial humanoids occupying this facility. And Alistair and Adoonby are on their way to meet the Abbott to discuss certain topics. Did I miss anything?
I don't
I think we're good.
Yeah,
All right.
think so. I don't think so.
So, Alistair, Adoonby, you guys were heading downstairs, about to walk by this hallway towards the courtyard.
Oh God, why? One sec. There we go. My thing like crashed for a second. There we go. Back. We're going towards the north hallway, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, where is he going? Not that way, this way.
North is over here because weirdness.
Wait,
Yeah.
what? Oh my, wait, I thought we came from that way.
No,
Well,
you.
we're
So you
going
came
to
from
talk to the guy.
upstairs here.
Yeah, we're on the first floor.
Oh, and like back where the food chamber was is where the okay. I'm directionally challenged. My bad.
No, I mean honestly, it's a weird map. The fact that they're like north, but they put the map with north on the left is very strange.
Lag. It's like I'm moving through molasses.
Well, don't you have a point of exhaustion to make it's
Oh yeah, I do.
Well, you long rested. You're good. You're good.
Yeah,
Well,
I
one
have-
point
I mean, I
he
still
went
have
from
point.
2
I
to
still have
1.
point.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
shit.
I have disadvantage on ability checks still. I don't
Would
have
that-
half movement though.
would that feature be annoying or cool if the game deliberately slowed down like all of your input?
Annoying.
Oh god, that'd be
As you get
terrible.
more exhausted.
Do you ever wonder why there's all these chickens?
I really hope they aren't people or used to be people.
Oh, you think that he's turning animals into people, or do you think he's turning people into animals, or both?
It's kind of hard to tell, to be honest with you.
Hmm.
Look at all those chickens.
You beat me to it. No.
No, I only have speak with plants, not speak with chickens.
So you walk
Actually,
in
do I have an extra spells for that? Yeah.
to the
Oh,
main
he's just
hall, which
sitting
once
there?
again is well lit. There's this large table. And you see the abbot sitting at the head of the table, speaking quietly with this woman who is in the same seat as she was before. And upon hearing your approach, he turns and he... Yes, welcome. What is it that you require?
I believe we wanted to chat.
Well, as long as you make it
Yes.
quick, I have duties to attend to, but I can help in whatever way I can. Do have a seat.
Oh, what do you do so early in the morning?
Well, of course, there's the morning prayers, there's the feeding time, there's seeing to the various tasks around the Abbey that require tending to. I have many responsibilities.
But you were here so late. Did you not get any sleep?
Unfortunately, servants of the cloth rarely have the opportunity for rest.
About that, if you don't mind me being so forward, I've noticed that a lot of people around here are part animal, it would seem.
Yes, that would be a poignant assessment.
Any specific reason for that?
Well, they asked for it.
They asked for it.
Yes. The denizens of the Abbey are all descendants of the Bellevue line. A family who lived here after the fall of the previous clergy. And when I came, many of them were born with deformities, various forms of sicknesses, various maladies. And upon my arrival and my cleansing of the church and reestablishment of it, they approached me for healing and requested not only that I heal the maladies, but I improve their bodies in various ways. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to give them everything they've wanted, but I've done my best to give them their requests with due time.
Oh, how long have you been helping the denizens of the Abbey?
Do you believe it's been 200 years? You chuckle?
You look very young for a 200-year-old human.
Yes, well, the Morning Lord blesses me with youth.
Just gives that out to people.
Not to everyone, but to a select few. The gods are very powerful beings. Many rewards follow for those who seek their divine pathways.
So how does that work exactly? You just one day notice that you stop aging, or
No,
does he,
no,
like, directly talk to you and say you now have eternal youth, or?
It has been my life's mission to serve the Morning Lord. I was born under his light and have lived my life in a way to further his causes. It is not uncommon for those of my nature to age to a certain point and then cease.
Those of your nature, kind of like you saw in me.
He kind of tilts his head. Not quite, but there is some of the Morning Lord's light shining through you, although that does seem to be more of a recent occurrence. You don't seem to be as warmed as one who has been carrying the light a great deal of time.
Well, I have a question. Is it more of like a eternal youth type thing, or more of like a immortality type thing? Like, can you still be stabbed and died, or? And if you age, do you eventually age and die, or do you just live forever?
Well, I'll be honest, I've never tested the limits myself, but I will say...
You've never been curious about that?
Well, it does
It's
seem
been
to be a
200
bit of
years.
a
Surely you've had some
high-risk
spare time.
assessment, wouldn't you think?
Yeah, but if you've been around for 200 years, I feel like you might be the least bit curious.
Well, curiosity has killed many a cat, but it shall not kill me.
I mean, you have God's favor. I'm sure that you wouldn't die from something like that. Or he
You
would
see,
warn you.
immortality is rarely a gift bestowed to anyone but the gods themselves. Regeneration, perhaps. But, as we said, that is a high gamble.
Do you have regeneration?
Was I not clear? I am not interested in finding out. Anyway, was there
guess that
a
makes sense.
particular topic that you came to discuss, or were you here to write a book about me?
About the Morning Lord thing. Does he come to you in dreams often?
I have not spoken with the Morning Lord directly in many decades. Unfortunately, his reach is limited here in Barovia, and though he has many devout followers here, the domains of dread tend to discourage such connections.
You mentioned something about when I sleep, to look out for, and I will recount to him pretty much the entirety of the dream. Anything like that sound like anything you've witnessed?
Kind of raises an eyebrow as you recount the tale. Tell me, did you have anything to drink before you went to bed? You weren't inebriated or anything of the sort?
No.
Well, why the Morning Lord would bless you with such a vision when I haven't spoken to him with decades is beyond me, but it does seem that he has some sort of potential interest for you.
Very curious indeed.
I dare not pretend to know what machinations he has in mind for your future, but consider yourself fortunate that he has shown you such favor.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to offend in any way.
No. The Morning Lord has bestowed me many gifts. I am nothing but grateful.
I'm sorry, I don't think we caught your name to the girl across the table.
She kind of...
Oh, hate that. Okay.
And then the abbot turns and kind of puts his hand on her hand. This is Vasilka. She is not one for words yet.
Yet? Is it something you're working on?
Yes. She is to be trained to be a socialite.
Oh, did she come to you seeking healing?
In a sense. Not traditional maladies, mind you, but everyone requires certain assistance now and then for given purposes.
Yeah, I think I'm beginning to understand.
Real quick, roll me a perception check now that like you actually are paying close attention to this woman.
15.
All right. Not only does her gaze seem like kind of empty, but you notice ever so faintly along sections of her face and like as she tilts her head along her neck, what appear to be long lines very subtly in her skin. And there's like an unevenness to her complexion. It's tough to tell without like blatantly staring too much detail, but you kind of sense something's off.
lines like my former neck thing, like an onset curse
Not like
type deal?
veiny.
Okay.
Like straight
like
up
stitches, like scars.
like straight up like
Frankenstein?
uninterrupted lines. Very subtle, seem to be kind of smoothed over,
Okay.
but unnatural.
Gotcha. Doomby, have any more questions?
I was curious about, I know this may seem a little bit silly, sorry. You just have so many chickens walking randomly about. Like, don't you have a coop or something?
Most of the coops are occupied by the various denizens who might be a danger to themselves or others. The chickens are much less harmful, much less of a risk.
I see.
Cloven takes good care of them, though, at least until they are to be slaughtered for our food sources.
Understood. Well, I mean, that's all the questions that we came here to talk about. Is there anything that you would like to ask us, Mr. Abbott?
Well, I must be attending to my duties, and he stands up. But before I go, how long exactly are you planning to grace our humble abbey?
I'm sure for not very long, but as long as you would have us, we wouldn't want to be in your hair.
Lovely. Well, you're welcome. Let us know where you'll be departing once you are ready to go, and we'll be sure to have a proper send-off for you. Now, if you'll excuse me. And he takes Vasilka by the hand, who kind of very, kind of airily, like, rises to her feet and then follows. Kind of, her gait is unnaturally smooth. She almost seems to, like, you can see her feet touching the ground, but she almost seems to kind of glide across the floor. And the two of them head out and upstairs.
As they're leaving?
Mm-hmm.
One more question for you, as you go.
Of course.
Esmeralda, the Vistani lady, you trust her?
As much as I trust any of you. She's a stranger who is welcome here for as long as she likes, as long as she doesn't disturb anything or cause any sort of issues.
Okay, good to know. Thank you.
Have a good rest of your morning.
I almost forgot. You said there's a lot of people that are sick here. Are there any children or the sort?
He's like taking a step up the stairs and then like stops and like does the kind of turn. I'm sorry, that was more questions?
I said, I forgot. I had just had one more question.
Yes.
Something just popped into my head. Yes. You said there were lots of people that were sick here. Are there any sick children or?
Well, they
elderly?
were sick, but I've done I've done my best to remedy their maladies, as I have with the rest of, as I have with any other guests of mine who enter upon my domain.
Would you mind if you pointed me the direction towards them? Maybe I could see if I could take a look.
Of course, the Eastern Hall, although, as I said, I don't imagine that you'll find any lasting maladies that have not been dealt with, but feel free.
I don't imagine either, but, it's always worth a shot. Thank you.
And he starts to head upstairs. Alistair, on your way out, roll me a perception check.
Okay.
Look at all these chickens.
Ooh, much better. 21.
You notice as you're leaving that the above the fireplace over here, there is a large golden disc engraved with the symbol of the sun. And as you're going to leave, you see that the light almost seems to glint off of it for a brief moment. Just draws your attention to it.
Is there something wrong, Alistair?
Um,
You seem very lost in thoughts. I know it was a difficult conversation, but
I think, honestly, I think that last night was a little bit more than a dream. I need books. I need to read about the culture. I have a lot of things I need to consider.
well, I'm sure in due time. He must have information around here somewhere as well.
I'm sure. We'll have to ask Mal. Honestly, I don't think he likes me very much.
I don't think he likes anyone very much, except himself, to be honest.
I got the sense that I make him uncomfortable.
I got that sense too. But if you don't make someone uncomfortable every once in a while, then you are not living your life correctly.
I guess that's true.
Come, let's go to the others in the meantime. Unless you have somewhere else to explore.
No, sounds good.
We'll make our way back.
All right. Wait, why'd the game pause? Odd.
Did he pause it?
I did not, but all right. So you make you guys' way back. We'll pop you back up to the second floor. You guys spend about an hour with the Abbott, so you're still about 1 to 2 hours before everyone else wakes up.
I think we would just chill. Unless
Yeah.
Alistair had something to do specifically.
Honestly, Alistair would probably lay down and try to get some real sleep because he's not an elf and still needs rest.
Some real sleep. Hey.
Shut the
Hey. I still needed to walk through that door.
I didn't even go through.
You just opened. I opened it and then you just immediately closed it. And it's like, hey,
Wait a second.
what's he playing at? Eh. Steps over Sten's body.
All right. So, Alistair, are you gonna take a full long rest?
Let's see.
Well,
You need 4 more hours, essentially. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'll do that.
All right. So you'll take a full long rest because I do think it has to be uninterrupted.
Oh shit! Then no.
You can have like an hour of leisurely activity, I think, or some amount of time. I just can't remember exactly how much time it is.
I'll leave it up to your ruling. If it has to be uninterrupted, then no. But
Okay. I would say we've done before that you could do 6 uninterrupted and we'll count it as a long rest, which would put you to like the middle of the night. Like 11. Otherwise, you'll need to have another long rest at night.
you know what? It's been a long couple of days. I'm gonna sleep until somebody wakes me up.
All right, there we go. So
Hey.
Alistair passes out. About an hour or two later, Sten, Mal, and Irina begin to stir, as well as Andar in his tiny hut and Mim in your hammock. What is everyone's plan to do?
I think Mal is just gonna go out and start working on her chores.
Okay.
She's just gonna tell anyone who's awake. I have a lot to do, but if you need anything, let me know.
Oh, you can't take a break.
I'm sorry?
You can't take a break.
I already kind of have been away for a really long time. I have a lot that I'm responsible for, so. But yeah, feel free to look around, and if you need anything, let me know. Rest up.
Oh, actually, Alistair, I was wondering if you knew anything about maybe various books on angelic beings and stuff that might be around here.
Yeah, do I know about the library?
Yeah, so
That's the thing that I'd be talking about.
the room that you passed through that
Book.
Esmeralda was reading, that room is kind of the main storage for most of the books of the Abbey.
The room you passed through is the main storage for most of the books of the Abbey. So.
The room that I passed through. One with Esmeralda.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
If you were to find something, it would be probably there.
Okay. Oh, I'll let Alistair know when he wakes up.
And Malice will leave.
And Irene is asleep. Mim's not
Arena's
here.
stirring.
And then Andar would be outside.
And Art's outside. Mim is not in the room with you guys.
But I know.
You don't know where I went.
Do I not
Yeah.
know where she went?
She left. Nobody asked where she went.
I think Dimby will go into like the rooms and just start, not like not like a full-on yell, but a very loud voice calling for him.
All right.
Well,
Wait, where
So,
are you
this
calling from?
he's just gonna be walking out of the room and then going to like the nearby rooms and calling out.
So
one
this
by
room
one.
here,
Okay.
is gonna be
Trapped with
a
zombies.
nursery, and it contains
Okay, cool.
wreckage of old cribs. Roll me a perception check.
That's. Hey, wait, what? Did you make me say that?
No, that is a weird thing from. I think it's because you passed through something. I got rid of it. Anyway, I think it's from. It was from a few minutes ago. It's from some a different thing. But anyway.
Yeah, okay.
So you can see there's broken cribs all over the floor and whatever, and there's this window here. And as you're kind of looking through the room, you see in the reflection a figure behind you, and you kind of squint for a second, and you see it's a nun in white robes standing in the doorway behind you, staring right at you in the reflection.
I turn around very quickly.
The door is empty.
I look back at the reflection.
The reflection is empty.
Huh?
The reflection is empty.
Just me?
Mm-hmm.
Huh. I suppose it's what happens when you don't get a lot of sleep. Oh well. And he'll just continue on, and I don't know if Malice said she was doing something too, right?
Oh no, she's just going about her chores.
Oh.
This
Yeah.
room, as you open it, is a morgue. Oh, I'm sorry, not a morgue, an operating room. And there is a blood-stained table in the middle of the otherwise empty room and a window over on the right side.
Very homey building, I guess. Oh, Mim, where are you? Oh, hello, Malice.
I think she'd be downstairs. I just haven't been able to
Go downstairs.
go
Yeah.
downstairs.
Go downstairs.
She's gone.
Mhm.
Look,
There's an invisible wall.
magic.
I actually don't know how even to get. I don't even know
This
where the
door.
entrance to that Mims room would be.
This door.
What?
This door, Doomby.
What
The
door?
balcony door you went through.
This one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
I'll
isn't that
never
like
catch me alive.
what was down? What was downstairs? What was downstairs?
That's the hallway we
Wait.
came up from. That hallway we started in.
And there's no like housing rooms down there, or do I not know?
For
Down the hallway, down the staircase.
down the staircase, there's the big long hallway where you saw a bunch of hands and creatures and things.
And I don't know what's in those doors.
No.
Right. Okay.
You just saw,
Oh.
you heard a bunch of hooping and hollering and saw a bunch of hands when the
Ah.
bell tolled earlier.
Well, I'd probably just ramble about for a while. I don't know if Endar is gonna get up and do anything.
Real quick, Mim, are you just
Or-
running around on the outside of the? What are you doing?
Well, I wanted to ask. Is this like a balcony thing?
Yes,
Like
this is an outer
A
wall.
long way? If well, yeah, I wanted to leave, and I just wanted to walk around just to see what I could see because I'm curious. I want to know what's going on here.
Curious Mim.
So-
Okay, so if you were
Oh.
That's my
out
curious
walking around,
George.
Adunbi would see you when he comes out looking for you.
I went downstairs.
But he just opened the door and looked out.
Oh.
Oh, I mean, I just clicked on the door because someone was pinging the door.
Oh, so you didn't actually look out the door?
Yeah, I didn't actually look out the door. I would have probably gone downstairs first.
Okay, cool.
Bum, bum,
And even if I
bum.
heard him yelling, I probably wouldn't go. Calling for.
Gotcha. So,
Hey,
well, you'd go downstairs.
I'm lovable.
We'll get back to you, Adumbi. Mim.
Yeah.
You're walking around on the outer wall. You can see that this wall kind of overlooks a cliff face. That kind of descends into the valley below, and then this side is the side that you came in, and kind of overlooks the front of the abbey as well as the path down to Kresk. And then obviously the center part is the courtyard.
Creepy well. And then do I notice any other doors or just this door? And have I been in this room?
So there's the two doors here, and then
Yeah,
there's this
which one?
one door.
I'm gonna go in.
All right,
Okay, well I can't. I gotta go up the stairs the other direction.
One
Is
Direction.
it locked? Is it unlocked? Oh.
So you try it and it is locked.
Oh, okay. It wasn't. Well then I'm gonna just knock.
After a moment, I just need to add one person into this. After a brief pause, the door opens and the abbot is standing before you, and you can kind of see this large two-headed figure in the background of the room.
Oh, okay.
But he opens the door and he says, "Yes, child, what is it that you need?"
Just exploring. Is there anything fun to do around here?
Worship.
That's fun.
Many would say that the path of the Morning Lord is one that brings much reward and redemption in one's life, if that could be considered fun.
I think that's a different category. Do you not do anything for fun? You just do the worshiping? And also, do you have chores? Because other people have chores.
Have chores.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like
chores.
Mal has chores. Chores.
Of course
Mal
I have
has
chores.
chores.
I run the morning mass. I make sure that all of the people here are fed and adequately taken care of. I make sure to address any of the townsfolk who need any of my assistance. What do you mean, do I have chores? My whole duty as a man of the cloth is chores and services to those who are in my domain.
Okay, that's cool. I was just asking. I'm just getting to know you a little bit, and see what you do for fun. Because if you have chores, and you don't exactly know what fun is, it's just like, ooh, I'm sorry for you.
Well, the material plane is but a transient place. The afterlife is where we truly meet our purpose and achieve our glory, and so it is not worth my time to pursue such trivial things as fun when I have responsibilities that have to be taken care of.
Like the things in the well and in those scary doors back down there.
Yes,
Are those the
Bellevues,
responsibilities?
for example.
The what?
The Bellevues.
What are Bellevue?
The Bellevues, the family.
Oh, the family. Yes. Sorry, I was like, wait. Okay.
Now, was there anything else that
So-
you needed, or...
I just kind of want to look, like, in the room, kind of like over his shoulder and stuff.
Mhm.
Do I see it? Can I see anything, or is it just like a normal room and all I see is Cloven?
So you see Cloven in his bed, drinking with his main head, and kind of like trying to tidy his corner. And you can see that like a bunch of belongings are kind of stuffed into that small corner of the room. The rest of the room is fairly bare, but that's all you can see from your angle. Yes.
Goodbye. Then I just zoom off, and I will start heading down.
Where are you headed?
Downstairs.
All right. Andar, what are you doing as you wake up?
What time-ish is it?
At this point, it's starting to be early evening. Probably like 6 p.m.
All right, I'm just gonna sit up in the tiny hut, kind of look around. Is there snow on the ground?
Yes.
Snow on the ground.
I want to see if I recognize any of the footprints going out, to see if I missed all the people leaving, or if they're like kind of still inside.
Roll me a survival check.
Nuts.
Absolutely insane. Endar's great at survival.
With a
All
6.
right, so I'm looking around for footprints, but I realize that I have no idea what any of my companions' feet look like.
With a 6, you can with the 6, there's multiple footprints leading a couple different directions. You would have traveled with Mal enough to know by now. You can see her footprints at one point leading off this way and then coming back. And you see, does Sten wear boots? I've always imagined him just with rabbit feet, but I don't know.
Always just imagined rabbit feet.
I think it is just rabbit feet.
That's what I thought. Okay, so you do very clearly see Sten's footprints going this way and then coming back. It's unclear if they were together, but it does seem that they both at one point walked out and walked back in. There's also a lone pair of footprints this way, and then what appears to be Mal's footprints heading this way as well.
You keep saying this way. I can't see anything.
Oh, and you're not seeing these pings? Oh, I'm on the wrong... I haven't activated the first floor scene. I'm sorry. Let me adjust that.
It's over here.
Cool. So this way, to and from, are the Sten and Mal footprints. And then this way, there is a solo pair of footprints and some Mal footprints, both going out. The first pair of footprints, you can see the matching boot prints go to and from a couple times, whereas Mal only seems to go out the once.
All right, I'm just gonna kind of stay in the tiny hut, and I sent you a DM at the end of last session, so I'm gonna keep copying that. And if I finish that and still don't see anyone come out, once that's finished, let me know.
Okay. So then Mal, real quick. So you're gonna go do your chores. You're gonna head out into the field to like gather some food and such. In the field, as you approach, you're going to see this woman Esmeralda kind of practicing with her sword in the field. And there's one other mongrel folk just kind of idly tending to the crops. But she's going to kind of look up, nod at you, and then continue to kind of spar.
She doing like her katas?
I don't know what a kata is.
Is she doing like a regimented like is she like shadow fighting someone, or is she like doing very like regimented sets of movements? You know what I mean? Like there's like a different like the there's like a difference between like shadow boxing versus like going like 1 2 1 2.
Gotcha.
1 2.
Okay.
Like, you know,
I would
like...
say hers is more imaginary fight style. It's less regimented and more. She has very fluid movement. You can see that she's done this many times, but it's not necessarily routine as much as it's trying to flow from one maneuver to the next.
And like visualize their enemy.
Correct.
Mal will walk up to her and say, well, first of all, is she good?
She does appear to be quite good.
Okay. Mal will say, well, that's a very powerful enemy you seem to be fighting.
She's got like some sweat trickling down her brow, and she kind of wipes her bangs out of her face. She says, thank you. I try and imagine there's two in different positions, and she kind of looks off in two directions.
Oh, I see. Do you find yourself in that situation very often? Being surrounded? Flanked?
I would say it's more common to run into a group of hostiles rather than individuals. It's very rare that your quarrel happens to be with just one person, at least in my experience.
Do you often travel alone?
As of late. And you? She kind of says, like sheathing her sword and kind of cocking her weight onto one hip.
Well, I didn't travel much at all until recently, but I've been traveling with my companions, whom you've met. If it's not too forward, would you mind if we sparred?
She kind of seems taken aback, and I mean, a live opponent's better than an imaginary one. She draws her sword, and unfortunately, I don't have a training blade. I just have my blade, but I can make sure that no harm comes to you.
Mal will draw her poleaxe, and it'll just be like, "Don't worry, I'm not too worried about that."
She kind of like sizes you up for a second with the poleaxe, and she's like, maybe I should be more worried about my harm than yours.
Don't worry, I'll hit with the blunt end.
Blunt force trauma has killed many a man, but sure, let's do it. And she spins the sword and kind of like poises herself.
Oh my.
Blunt force traumas.
And we don't have to play it out, but I think Mal will very much kind of give as because it looks like Esmeralda has like a saber, right?
She's got a rapier and a hand axe that she wields.
Okay.
Dual.
Like, dual wield. Oh damn, that's so fucking badass.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, and we don't have to play it out, but like as they spar and like like hold each other at bay, like Mal's trying to use the full extent of her reach, and I imagine Esmeralda's like very fast and graceful and such. But I don't know how you want to determine like if there is a result or if they go to a tie, but I think Mal is very much going to, at least in the beginning, try to very much gauge Esmeralda's like just prowess.
So let's do this. Roll me 3 rounds of attack, and I'm gonna roll her 3 rounds of attacks, and we'll see how this plays out. We'll do one at a time though. So do your round.
Okay. So I think I don't think she's going to rage. I think she's just gonna do but she is going to Great Weapon Master here. So so you said 3 rounds of attacks, correct?
Yes, but do one at a time.
Okay, one at a time. Got it. So each round at a time.
Yes.
Okay. Got it. So it's a 16, a 27, and a 15.
All right. So you take a swing, and like at first you're kind of like, okay, let's spar, and you're not really taking it seriously, and she really swiftly brings up the rapier and knocks your blade aside, the first one. And you kind of like have this moment where your eyes lock and you're like, okay, we can go, and you bring around the second and she's unable to get the speed off, and you kind of whack her in the rib. Yeah. Which catches her by surprise, and then she realizes how to take you seriously, and so then you come back around with it, and she takes the hand axe and knocks your blade aside. Then she comes at you with the flurry. She attacks twice with her rapier.
That hits, yeah. That hits? Damn!
Oh.
Woo!
And so she starts using, with the rapier, she's basically just like whacking you in the side with it.
Yeah.
And she's using the flat of the hand axe. But she knocks your blade aside, and as you like recover the momentum of your blade, she quickly does 2 whacks on your right side with the rapier and swings the back end of the hand axe up into your armpit and kind of like knocks your arm up. Go for your second round.
I think at that point Mal's gonna rage.
Okay.
And so she's gonna go like and I don't think she's gonna Great Weapon Master here. She sees that she's so nimble. So the 6 would go to the second attack, not to the first, because I can choose one.
Okay. So the first one, she once again kind of swings back, like almost dances back before like darting back in, thinking that you're not gonna be able to recover in time. But then you bring the back end up and kind of like hit her in the hip. But she, undaunted, continues at you.
That hits. Wow. Yeah. That misses.
So she manages to get the rapier off twice, but now that you're recognizing her pattern, when she brings up the hand axe, you manage to knock it with the back of the pole arm. And you can see that there's a little bit of sweat on her brow, but she's smiling. And she's very much enjoying the fact that she can kind of let loose.
And so friendship was born.
She also seems to be kind of the fact that she visibly sees you like raging. She's almost got this playful vibe to like, oh yeah, you got to rage to keep up with me. That makes me feel good type deal. So go for your next one.
All right, and then Mal's gonna do everything. She's gonna recklessly attack, so she's gonna get advantage.
Okay.
Wow. 6, 8. Wow. Damn.
What are your rolls?
All right.
Hey, you know.
So you take 2 swings, and she literally is like gliding back and forth. The first one she fully glides out of the way, and then you try and bring up the second one, and she like flicks her rapier just enough to like knock your like just to change the momentum enough that she can actually slide in, and like get close. And as she gets close, you're able to kind of bring up the back end of the polearm and try and push her in the chest, which kind of knocks her for a second, but she's so close that even the slight pushback, she's still like in tight. And she goes again. First one misses, right? So in close, she tries to swing the rapier and actually doesn't have the mobility that she needs, because as you pulled your pole up, she can't get around the edge. So she slides like basically along its length and brings in the rapier up underneath and kind of cocks you in the chin with the hilt, which kind of like stumbles you for a second. Oh, these are these are at advantage.
Yeah, you gotta do advantage.
Okay, I'll just do one more for each to make sure it's even.
Okay.
Oh, I lied. So the first rapier. So that's the first rapier. This is the second rapier, and then I have to roll the hand axe at advantage. Okay, so both rapiers hit, and then the hand axe is at advantage. All right. So she comes in close. You've knocked her back slightly. She pulls the rapier, and the first one's the nat 20. So she knocks you in the chin with the hilt, which stumbles you back. She brings the rapier in up at your neck and the hand axe at the back of your knee, and she kind of like tugs your knee forward and has the rapier at your neck. And so you can see kind of the sweat trickling down her forehead, but you're like within breathing distance of her, and she goes, "Not bad," and kind of lets everything down and steps back.
Yeah. And with that, Mal will let go of her rage, and she'll just be panting herself and be like, "Wow, you're incredible. Who taught you to fight like that?"
She kind of like her smirk kind of like flickers for a second. She says, "An old friend," and she sheathes her rapier. Kind of pulls her hair back, which has a little bit of sweat matted along the kind of like black tress. She kind of like tries to smooth it out of her face, and you can see her breathing a little heavy, but not like not as much as you'd expect for the flurry that she just unleashed on you.
Mal will be like, "Oh, wow." And she seems to be like deep in thought for a moment, and then she goes, "You said you were on your way to meet up with an old friend, is that correct?"
Yes, that's accurate. I have a few things to attend to first, but ultimately that's the goal.
If it's not too forward, are you a mercenary or You be hired?
Not exactly. Back in the day, I might have gone this way or that for a bit of extra coin, but I luckily do well enough for myself now that I don't necessarily have to answer to anyone with a jingling coin purse, if you know what I mean.
Well, then I'm afraid that there's not much more I could offer you, but I would implore you. You're an excellent fighter, but the roads are dangerous. I was wondering if you would join my companions.
She kind of
At
like...
least-
Hold on, go ahead, sorry.
At least until you find who you're looking for. They've been they're only stopping here briefly before they go on their rest of their journey.
She kind of cocks an eyebrow, and she thinks for a moment. I'll admit, I don't know you or your companions very well, but it does appear that at least some of your friends might have some information which may be useful to me. Unfortunately, I'm not sure that your paths may be the same as mine, but at least for the next few days, maybe we can talk and see where things lead. I can't make any promises, but... And I'll admit, I don't want to set your expectations too lofty. I highly doubt that my mission will align with yours, but...
You are a vampire hunter, no?
She kind of smirks. Among other things.
I think that Mal will get very close and will kind of pretend to like pluck something off of her clothing and like throw it to the ground, and then she'll like whisper under her breath, "We seek to hunt the greatest game in the area."
As you kind of like flick the thing and then like lock eyes, she kind of like pretends to straighten a buckle on your armor.
No, she doesn't have armor. Mal has no armor.
Oh, Mal has no armor. Then she
No armor,
do you
yeah.
have like a hood or
Just be like
something?
a clasp.
Yeah.
Clasp on
She
her
tries
scarf.
to like
Yeah,
she tries to fiddle with something as if like it came undone during your sparring. And she kind of leans in close, and under her breath she says, "He's due to arrive here within the next few days."
Mal will look wide-eyed. And then she'll look around, and then she'll kind of like smile and say, "We shouldn't talk here. Would you come to my room this night?"
How forward of you. Well, I don't generally.
Oh, no, I didn't mean it that way. Wait a minute. No.
You can she kind of raises an eyebrow, and you can see she's playing the angle because of the fact that now that you guys are being like less subtle, like in order to make the conversation seem more natural. And she says, "Well, I generally don't pursue such interests so quickly, but we can share a cup of tea. That would be lovely."
Yeah. Tea. Okay. I've got to plants. And she'll just like walk away quickly towards the mongrel folk to get some tools, and she's very flustered. If it's possible, her face gets even redder, and she'll just go to the mongrel folk and try to like focus on
Not that.
getting rid of the plant. Like, harvesting the plants and such.
All right, Esmeralda will head back out.
That was steamy.
All right. Meanwhile, back at camp. So Doonby, you're gonna head downstairs. First.
Oh yeah, I am.
So do you just? Where are you headed?
Look, I'm probably gonna go somewhere that I shouldn't go, but I'm just opening doors, calling out for Mim.
Well, so real
not
quick,
not too loud, not too quiet. Just a good...
before you just open these doors, I'm gonna let you know these are not standard doors. These are doors with the barred grates that you can see through.
Oh, so this is clearly not housing.
This is I'm gonna open the doors for functionality's sake, but you can see through the doors, and in each room is groups of these beast-like people. This first one particularly.
That's kind of fucked.
Hold, please, while I juggle.
Hold, please.
All right.
Wait,
what? That's not right. Oh, there it is. Okay. So this room is packed wall to wall with mongrels wallowing in their own filth. The floor is strewn with gnawed bones. The one that you're looking in right now. And as you kind of look in, like some of them turn and like, food, please, food, yes, food, food. And they're kind of like reaching out the bars at you.
Oh,
Also down the hallway, you hear this. And the big figure turns and starts slowly walking towards you.
Oh, hello. What's your name?
Are you talking to the figure?
Yeah.
It's like 15 feet down, 20 feet down from you. You say like, what's your name? And it just and continues walking. It's good 8 to 10 feet tall and bulky in weird ways. This
and it doesn't seem to be interested in
it doesn't seem to be responding well.
You know, sometimes you're in the wrong place and you have to leave.
Okay.
Clearly, have a nice day. Outside seems like a better place to be. Close the door. Yeah. He doesn't like sprint after me or anything.
She starts flapping frantically and pulling against her chain again. But no, he does not follow.
We talked to her before, right?
As you approach, she tries and like basically this post is what she's chained to, and as you approach, she just starts frantically flapping in the other direction of wherever you are around the post.
I mean you no harm, but if you don't want to talk, I understand.
Just, please, they're coming to get me! They're coming to get me! She's like flapping.
I can hear it.
Oh, so she's saying like, please, they're coming to get me! They're coming to get me! Ah!
Who's coming to get you?
Help!
I think she's talking about me. Rather unfortunate. Well, have a nice day, whoever you are. Hope things get I want to say better, but I don't know if that's the correct word to use for here. I wonder where she is. Maybe she's with the Abbotts. And I'll like walk towards the staircase where the Abbott was.
All right. Before you like enter, you'll be
I'll
like
be
here. Mim, You'd be coming downstairs as he's like crossing over the courtyard. So you.
It's like one of those shows where the characters like always miss each other. They're like they're back to back at like different floors.
Well, depending where she goes, she might see you. It depends on
But
what
I
she
won't
does.
see her.
Hello.
Was she saying that to me or?
No. He just
Oh, she got that. Okay, got you.
she just came back away. Hello, what's your name? It's nice to meet you. Well, I should be going. I want to try and see if I can like zoom past and around him.
Past and around.
All right, you zoom past him. He's gonna get an attack of opportunity.
Whoa!
Oh, he is attacking me.
Whoa!
Miss.
Wait, you guys are in combat?
12.
You missed.
All right, so
Got
you
him.
zoom past him, but as you zoom past him, this fist lands on the ground, like just where you were.
Excuse me, I don't know who you think you are, but that's pretty rude. Okay, she's gonna zoom this way. She's just gonna dash.
All right, you start
wanted to.
flying past these rooms, and I'll just open the doors for your viewing. Every room is packed full with here. Well, this is what you saw as you flew by. Quick glance. Quick glance. You are just seeing rooms packed with these people.
She's pissed, but she's keep going because is the guy following her? Those
Yes. So on. So you dashed. What was it? 60 feet. Is your dash? Is that?
Yeah, it's 60 feet.
All right. Here we're gonna put on some aggressive music for.
No, I'm leaving. I don't want to fight this guy.
Just for a moment.
I'm tired. Mim doesn't want to fight.
Okay.
Jack.
He
I wanna
follows.
be here.
Let me just put on some aggressive music real quick.
Why is it not working? Work.
Okay.
There you go.
Oh, it's way loud. I gotta turn it down.
He makes it to there.
Cool. Oh my god. It is loud.
Oh.
Cool. I want to dash out this door.
All right.
Does a... Yeah.
So you would fly out. Well, do you shut the door behind you?
Yeah. Does that count as like actions? How does that work?
Honestly, so you shut it. Well, you'd leave combat.
Cool.
As you enter the garden, you would see Esmeralda leaving. And you would see Mal heading towards.
Furiously pulling turnips. Just.
Oh. Cool. I go this way.
All right.
I like dash because I feel like I'm like, ah, and then just like dash, but maybe almost run into her. I don't know, timing wise.
Okay, so are you making what? Are you making noise? Like, are you panicked?
Yeah. Well, yeah. I went. Wow.
Okay,
What
so
the
you
heck?
dash over, and Esmeralda, as she's leaving, like startles and draws her rapier, and then realizes it's you.
Ooh. Sorry.
Ooh.
How's it going?
I should ask you the same thing. You seem to be in a bit of a rush.
I made a new friend. Excuse me. And I just want to like zoom kind of past her.
All right. You zoom past her. She kind of like looks after you quizzically, and then looks back at Mal and shakes her head and sheathes her rapier. So you head down. She would slowly be following, but you're moving faster than she is.
I didn't know Andor was there.
Andar, you are going to see Mim rapidly approaching and this woman a little ways off coming from the garden.
Noted.
What's he doing?
He's in Tiny Hut, so...
He is in Tiny Hut. Okay. Can I see in Tiny Hut?
I mean, it's a
I
white
should get in.
sphere.
yeah, so you can see a
So-
white sphere. So you
if
see
you're gonna
the
take
tiny
note of
hut.
it, I suppose.
What are you doing heading this way? Are you looking for something, or are you?
I'm just I don't know. I'm just wandering around aimlessly. I don't
Okay,
really
then
know
roll me a perception
what to
check. We'll
do.
see if you see the
Okay.
Yes, you would see the dome.
Oh, okay. Oh, Andar! Andar! You in there?
Yes, there's no need to shout.
Oh, sorry.
I'll drop
What are you doing?
Tiny Hut.
A bunch of snow lands on you.
Just reading
That's pretty cool. What are you reading?
some of the spell books I've found. Trying to
You know a lot of
stay
cool-
up to date.
Are you sitting?
Yeah, just
Mim's gonna sit
casually
next to you.
sitting cross-legged on the ground.
Esmeralda's gonna walk by and see you both and kind of like pause, look at you both quizzically, and then kind of nod and continue on her way.
That's my new friend Esmeralda.
I'm sure she's lovely.
Seems pretty cool, but also she's looking for a friend of ours.
Oh,
One that had a cool giant tiger.
oh.
Yeah.
Last time
She
we saw
seems
him,
really
didn't a
nice,
building
though.
fall on us.
Yep.
I would like to not see him again.
I'd just
Where's
like to
everybody
not be
else?
here.
Are we gonna go soon?
I don't know. I don't know where they are.
I'd like to not spend any more time than absolutely necessary inside this haunted cultist prison encampment.
Yeah, that's fair. I made an enemy friend. I think he was growling at me, and I had to run away from him, and he tried to hit me. So I don't know. I don't trust this place.
Yes, why do you think I slept outside?
You made the right decision. But what are you?
Sorry, you're sitting.
Listen, thanks for saving our asses in fights sometimes. And I'm sorry that I thought you were the traitor.
Quite all right.
What are your friends like at home?
My friends at home, hilarious. They're hilarious people. We spend much time out at the bars. Pubs, I suppose, they would be called.
Do you miss it?
I miss the sunlight, but it hasn't been very long. I've gone longer periods without seeing them.
Or like, do they tell you that they love you and like hug you and things? Like, isn't that what friends are supposed to do? And like have fun and
Certainly not the friends I'm familiar with. Do your friends hug you and tell you they love you?
I wouldn't know. You guys were my only friends. And my acorns, but they don't have arms. And now I have no friends
no
again.
other flying fairy creatures where you're from?
No? Are there a lot of flying fairy creatures where you're from?
No, there are none.
Yeah. That's kind of like where I'm from.
Unfortunate.
Yeah.
So about leaving.
Above table question.
Shoot.
Yeah.
Did we know what was in Andar's letter? I can't remember.
No,
Did you
no
tell
one
us?
saw it, but well, he shared it with you, but no one
no.
physically
He
saw
said
his
what it
letter.
was.
Yes,
And what did it say again?
it said.
Boy.
I will pull it up.
Sorry, this is gonna determine my next couple.
Something along the lines of not everyone in the castle is loyal to the count.
Yeah.
He said something like that.
What was it that said like, if you want to leave?
Oh, that was the one that said if
Yeah,
you want to
it's
leave. that
not
was me.
everyone in Ravenloft is loyal to the count. Was the exact wording that
And then-
he shared with you.
Yeah. And then Doomby, what did you say?
I said that Strahd, well, not Strahd, but I was given a letter that said, if you want to leave, raise a whatever glass. Then if you want someone else, if you don't want to,
Okay.
if you want to extend this offer to someone else, then raise a different glass.
Okay.
That's the offer I got.
Cool. All right. Andar, I don't know if we're all gonna leave here together. I don't know. It's really frustrating though, because it's like, well, we all want to go home, but we can't necessarily do that alone, and being with each other is the best way to do it. And I guess we don't have to be friends to do it, but we at least have to be a good team, and we're not that. So I feel kind of stuck. So if you think of a way that we could leave, maybe you should say something, because I don't know what to do anymore. These people here, I thought they were my friends, and they're not. And you too. I know that, like, yeah, you save people, but it's like you only save them when it's like right at the end. And I'm sorry. I mean, thank you for doing that. But like, you didn't. No one backed Mal up in the first place.
No one backed Matt. You're upset about that. You're upset that I didn't follow someone on their crusade to commit genocide.
No, I didn't want her to do that either, and I'm pissed because she said she'd wait till morning and she didn't. But
Yes, well, that's because
They
Mal
went
doesn't
in-
make her own decisions. This person who runs this place makes decisions for her, and she's merely a puppet.
I didn't about that. Maybe we should like kidnap her and run away, and let free all the people that are trapped in those like prison cells inside.
You want to kidnap an angry demon lady.
She's not angry all the time.
I think she would be angry if we tried to kidnap her.
I mean, we could like knock her out. Don't you have like magic that can make someone fall asleep or something? I'm just saying, even
We'll-
if I
we'll
don't like her
pin that
anymore, she's not my
idea.
friend. She's a good person to have on my team when I try to leave this place.
Well, sure. But I'm worried about the person that's actually going to be on our team, as you say. Is it her, or is it the bidding of this arrogant... I don't even know what to call him. I'd just like to not be here. I don't much care about going home, if we're being completely honest. I'd rather just be out of Barovia.
But like, okay, home out of Barovia. But you mean? Well, how are you gonna get out of Barovia? That's my question.
Well, I thought that's what we were trying to figure out.
Well, it seems like we're not doing a very good job with that.
Well, why not?
We don't know how to be
something
friends.
Perhaps been sidelining us?
What?
Where are the rest of the people? We need to...
Let's go find them. I don't know. Well, wait. Mal was back there, but she was busy, and maybe we shouldn't include her in this yet.
Perhaps not.
I still think. Here's the thing. I'm not friends with any of you anymore. You're just people that I know that I need on my side so that I can have a better chance of getting out of here. And Mal's awful now, and I feel so much pity for her because she's this guy. But she's really strong, and if we're gonna have a chance, we probably should bring her with us. But I don't know how to do that. So let's go find everyone else first.
Does it have to be in there?
Do you mean in the building?
Yes. Yes,
Yeah.
in the building.
I have an idea. She pulls out the acorn. Bring.
Everyone's
Hello?
acorns ring.
Hello.
Oh, we
Oh.
have to find
Where
a mute
is
button for
everybody?
these. Good
Um,
morning.
Oh, sorry. Where are all of you?
I'm in the fields right now.
I knew that. I don't mean you.
Oh, okay.
Okay, bye, Mal. Anyway, where's everybody else?
Just waking up, same place everybody left me.
Sten and Irina are both with Alistair.
Just kidding, Sten and Irina are here.
Dude, be.
Also, Alistair, real quick, roll me a perception check.
Oh, Jesus.
Scary, ghosty things.
17.
Irina
Oh.
is
Oh, fuck.
polishing her armor and like cleaning her, like brushing off her clothes, and like you can see that piece of glass that she was kind of admiring herself in before, she's used to kind of like part her hair and like try and like do her hair. And it seems like she's trying to like almost like make herself more presentable, which seems odd for Irina, because normally Irina doesn't generally care about that.
Irina, you're looking prim and proper this morning.
Well, when we're guests, we should make ourselves look presentable, shouldn't we?
Yeah, sure.
I mean, someone has to look good in this group. She kind of like flicks her hair back.
Oh,
What the?
that's probably fair. I could definitely wash up.
Well, that would make two of us then. That are washed up, I mean.
Can I insight check her?
Yes, you can.
Okay. I roll like shit.
Rena is Strahd confirmed.
8.
You don't know what it is, but something is wrong. Like,
Awesome.
this is not Irina's normal behavior. It seems to be Irina. It doesn't seem to be... She's not like...
Can I ask a question with you knowing that I rolled an 8?
Yes.
Is she acting feline in a way?
No. Doesn't
Okay.
appear to be bestial.
Oh, cleaning.
Doesn't appear to be bestial in any way. But
Interesting. Okay.
does appear to be off.
Not a cat.
This is not normal behavior coming from her, and it seems very sudden. You can't quite put your finger on what the fuck is going on, but something's off.
All right. I'm going to start waking up, but I'm going to stay around Irina and try to not let on that I'm trying to stay around her.
Okay.
Do you want me to roll anything for that to see if she catches on or no?
No, because even after a short amount of time, you realize that she is paying very little attention to the world around her and seems very focused on herself, what she's
Self-image?
doing, and not only self-image, but herself, what she's doing, and whatever she has in mind for herself right now. She is blinders on, and like Sten is awake and kind of like idly using the pen to describe the events of recent events, and she like has completely tuned him out.
And she's chilling by a window, right?
Yes, she is. Here, I will flash second floor real quick.
I teleported.
So she's not quite by the window. She's opposite wall over here, but
To the window.
Whoa.
To the wall.
you and her are both kind of in that same corner.
Can I walk to the window and pickpocket her?
Pickpocket Irina?
Mm-hmm.
Well, she's not at the window. She's right here, but you can pickpocket her. Yeah.
So I'm going to walk towards the window.
Oh, I see. You're gonna try and do it while
pickpocket her while I'm
moving.
doing it. Yes.
Okay. Roll me a sleight of hand check.
That I can do.
Leave.
15.
She doesn't notice.
Okay, we like 7. I guess I should have told you what I was going for, in all honesty.
I
The
think I
necklace.
might know.
Yeah, the necklace.
Oh, the necklace. Okay.
The one from Strahd.
That's an easy pull.
Okay.
It is an accessible pocket. And what did
'Cause
you roll?
that's
What did you roll? You rolled the 15?
Yeah. Okay, wait. That's what she was going to use in the fight, right?
No.
Wait, what?
What was that? Because it's been a few weeks.
It was the piece of brimstone that was provided to her.
Okay. That's what I would be grabbing.
Got it. Cool. So you managed to slip in, feel past the necklace, find the piece of brimstone, kind of chalky, quickly slide it out.
Cool. And I'm...
I'm going to move it to your inventory from hers.
Okay.
You now have a piece of brimstone.
Cool. At the window. Oh, I guess it's not even morning. Our days are going to be so off.
It's in your loot. I don't know if that's where you want it, but that's where it is.
Sure. She's probably going to get it back at some point, but just she can't have it right now.
Totally fair.
God, it's well into the evening.
Are you just talking to, are you talking to her or are you talking to the room?
Both of them in this room, just talking to the room.
Sten kind of, well, we have been traveling for a bit. Sten Simon.
I love that.
Wow.
I have no idea if that's close, but it seems in the ballpark. Well, we have been traveling for quite a while. Our sleep schedule is more than a little bit off.
Yeah, not ideal. Shall we go down and find Mim?
You guys feel free. I'm gonna make sure that I take care of my belongings. They're in such shape. I need to be more careful.
Irina, coming down?
No, I'll be here.
All right, just me then. And I'll...
No, I'm sorry. The first
No,
part
that
was
was
both Irina. Sten will I would like to go, but I want to make sure that I document all of this. It's been a busy few days, and we haven't had much opportunity to rest. And you can see the quills kind of writing.
Fair enough. Sten, should I tell the others about reaching out to Octavia?
I don't know what he would want.
I think we both said that we were going to tell them.
Then that was my gut, but I'm glad you talked about it. Yes, I imagine it'd be appropriate to share.
All right, we'll do. And then I'll start heading down.
Enjoy. and Simon.
And
He's
scene.
gonna get a kick out of that later.
All right. All right, back to first floor.
Where are you guys?
So Mim's talking on the thing. Doonby, we didn't get your answer. Do you answer your acorn?
Okay.
We got a little bit of we got
Where are you?
a little weird sequencing. I'm doing my best.
Sorry. Hello. I was looking for you.
Okay, well,
I'm
cool, you found me.
I was just heading to the what's his name? The Abbott's quarters. But I was trying to find you actually. Where are you guys exactly?
Outside.
Outside?
Somewhere outside. Let's all meet somewhere.
Okay, that sounds like a good plan. Let's maybe meet at Endar's hut.
Okay, we're here-ish, but there's no hut, so just meet us here.
Oh. Okay. Actually, this is so annoying. And then Demi will just transform into like a raven and just fly up to try to find out where they are and then fly to them.
Whoop.
Because that seems like an easier thing to do.
This raven comes and lands next to you, and then like turns back into a Doonby.
Boy, I love bones.
Birds.
Bones.
Why are there two Alistairs?
Where's everyone else?
Is there one for upstairs and one for down? Maybe.
I don't
I
know.
thought
There were
everyone
two in
was
this
here.
scene, but now there's one. So there you go.
Oh, hey, look at this boy.
Bad boy?
Bad
Sometimes.
boy, bad boy.
What you gonna do when they come for you?
Wee.
What you gonna do when they come for you?
Hey guys. Question. Has anybody talked to Irina within like the last 24 hours?
I try to avoid talking to her at all costs, so no.
I haven't really talked to any of you in the past 24 hours very much.
Question. And can people hear outside of your tiny hut? So if we're all in it, can other people hear us?
I do believe that we at one point discussed that it was somewhat muffled.
Yes, I believe that is the case both ways.
Cool.
You can hear, but it's kind of like hearing it in the next room.
So I suppose if we whisper or talk in a lower tone, it might not transfer through if anyone happened to be outside.
Okay, well, first of all, Andar wants to know when we're leaving.
Yes, I would very much like to leave.
Also, where's Sten? And why didn't you bring Irina?
Sten and Irina's staying upstairs. Irina, well, it's something we should talk about, maybe well muffled, and Sten's documenting. I don't know. I didn't ask too many questions. Just woke up. For what it's worth, though, you should all know that I actually reached out to Rictavio and asked him to meet us in Kresk. I will say I said Kresk. We don't necessarily have to stay here if you guys are looking to leave. I'm kind of pro that team.
I just know that I've been around magic my entire life, and I don't know what exactly is going on in this place, but I can tell you it doesn't feel right, and I don't like it.
I also think that the Abbot doesn't necessarily like specifically me, so I'm cool to leave if we can
Wait.
find somewhere to shack up in Kresk.
Why doesn't the abbot like you specifically? Because isn't he like this good hoity-toity being magical light guy? And then aren't you also a magical light guy?
Right about this point,
apparently-
Sten walks up and goes, "All right, I'm done documenting. What did I miss?" Also, Irina's acting strangely. Has anyone else observed such a thing?
Oh, Stan.
Well, I mean, she's almost died like multiple times, and we're supposed to be protecting her. I don't know, but also you should have brought her down here if she's acting strange.
Well, I
just
attempted
saying.
to, but she seems to be focused on other things.
Also,
Okay.
Technically, we were only supposed to escort her to that one town safely.
I
We're
mean,
supposed to find a place to leave her.
she does fixate on random things, to be honest.
Mim, for what
But
it's
this-
worth, I don't think that all magic light guys like each other.
They
I
don't?
think that has to be the case. No, I'm
Oh.
beginning to pick up that that might not be the custom.
Hey, but like, if he's this pure, like, good guy, why does he have all these creatures here? And I don't know, like, do you think he's okay, anyway, we need to get in the hut. Andor, can you please put that up? This is not something we should be talking about out here.
Oh, good. Now there are 2 Stens. I'll start casting Tiny Hut. It'll take about 10 minutes. And it works better in silence, thank you.
Mim's gonna sit down in front of you and just glare at you while you do it.
So, well, he is casting. Can anyone get me caught up on what I missed? I do think I...
Yeah, so we I noticed that Irina was acting strange.
Wait. Before you catch up, what? Shouldn't Malice be here for this?
I think we can catch her up later. She's really busy with her chores.
Oh, but chores
We
could-
need to make a plan. I don't think she's gonna willingly leave here.
Oh, this is a plan about what to do about Malice.
This is an intervention for all of you, because we need to get our shit together if we're all gonna get out of here. But
It's,
Shouldn't we have an
But-
intervention with everybody there then?
No.
If there's an intervention?
we're gonna have a second. That'll be 2.0. But we all need to be quiet so Andor can focus. And Mim just like glare at you and then looks back at Andor.
Intervention 2.0. And there's just like, Anumi's like, okay.
All right, after
Makes sense to me.
a few minutes, Tiny Hut assimilates.
Is that canonically the sound?
Yeah.
Sen, for what it's worth, I did notice Irina acting strangely. Do any of us have restoration abilities? Something that can be casted on her?
Do you think she's enchanted or cursed?
I don't exactly know how the Abbott's abilities work, but something is not right here.
There are many things that aren't right here.
Yeah, and considering my abilities have never done anything like this, and we're
You think
cut
it's
from
you think it's the
cloth, so to
you
speak.
think it's the Abbots?
I mean, it's the common denominator, right?
Wait, you think that the abbot has something to do with Irina's behavior?
I just the magic that he's using to heal people. I've seen it. I've been around it, and I've never seen it do anything like this. This is strange.
Well,
I do think
I could give it a
Just
try
soon-
at some point, but yeah, I could give it a try sometime later after we're done with all of this.
All right.
Look, our entire goal, since we wound up with each other in that creepy house, was to get out of here and find a way to do that. And it seems to me that this place is not helping that.
Okay, are we all in agreement about that at least?
Yeah,
I need it.
I do think we should leave, but I also think we should stay around Kresk. So
So
I
that we
don't
can meet. And have you guys met that Esmeralda person? She's my friend. My only friend. And she also is looking for Rictavio. Did you guys know that?
I believe Sten actually talked to her about that. Kind of got the feeling that we're hoping to clue her in, yes?
Mim looks at Sten.
Sten's quiet. I think he's planning to clue her in.
Hold on, I'm
think
sorry,
you're
I
right.
missed it.
That's
You're
okay.
I don't think you would know anyway.
Okay.
Anyway, we're all gonna make a decision. Okay, so we're gonna clue her in. Unless anyone has an objection. Okay, we gotta talk because yes, our ultimate goal is to get out of here, but you guys suck. You are not good friends. And we don't need to be friends to get out of here, but we do need to be a good team. So there's no more, and we need to tell Mal this part, there's no more sneaking behind people's backs. We do things together, and we agree together, or else none of us are going to get out of here safely. We're all going to be stuck here forever. And I don't know about you, but I hate this guy. And the people here are so sad.
So sad.
So sad. And no, I'm not done.
Yes? Yeah. Is it your turn?
No, I said I'm not done. In the cave.
Yes.
No one backed up Mal but me. And that was just really weird because, like, even if she was wrong, we could have tried to back her up or say, like, Mal, we get it, let's go talk, blah, blah, blah. And no one really did. And then, I don't know, was I the only one that tried to convince her not to go? Like, she said she wouldn't go into... Anyway. What I'm here to say, we need to be a team. And we're not a team. And if people don't want to be this part of this team, they need to get out. And I think, and she pulls out a paper that's like scribbled on it in really bad handwriting. And at the top it says contract. I think we need to sign a work contract so that we all know that we're not going to stab each other in the back.
Contract?
I would tend to agree with Mim here. And to Andar's point, we don't necessarily have to be friends when we leave this place, but in the meantime, we need each other to get out of here. And whatever it takes to make that happen, we have to play nice until we are able to accomplish that together. Ideally, I think that it's possible that we could be friends when we leave, but it isn't necessary.
I don't... I mean, does that really have anything to do with, I don't know, problems?
With our problems?
Yes.
Being friends or not?
Yeah.
Well, I thought we were friends. And I thought that friends were supposed to help each other and back each other up, and not just right when they're about to die and when they get themselves into messes, but before they get themselves into messes. And no one did that, and no one works together. And Sten, you stayed outside the cave, and did you only help when Mal needed you needed to pull Mal out? What was that about? And Doomby, were you in the cave?
Yes, I was in the cave, and I also tried to convince everyone to come help Malice.
Oh. Well, I didn't know that. You're on
Yes.
probation. Anyway, I'm sorry, Doomby, but they're not nice, and they're not friends either, and they're all really strong, though, and we need to stay together. And I'm just saying, I thought we were
I'm not gonna
friends, and friends were
blindly
supposed
back
to
up
work
friends.
together.
If someone steps up right now and says they want to go attack the Vistani camp, I'm not going to follow them to do that either.
That's not what I'm saying. I don't say my...
back up friends unconditionally, no matter what.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying we don't have to back someone up. We don't have to agree with someone, but we still need to be supportive. And some of you in that cave...
I do think that Malice robbed us of the conversation. She just left during the night.
That's not what I'm talking about. When we were first in the cave, when we were first talking there, you all, like, it's like you guys really... It's not necessarily that you agreed, like that you just didn't agree with Mal. It's like that you were friends with the wolves and like you agreed with the wolves. And I think they're cool. I want to be a wolf. Like, I don't know why anyone wouldn't want to be. But it just was weird. It was like you guys were like more on their side and you weren't even thinking about Mal. And yeah, she made her own decisions and that's why she's not here, because we need to talk about that and figure that out. What I'm saying is, like, we need to be a better team than that. Not saying we have to jump off a bridge when our friends jump off bridges. I'm saying, I don't know, we just need to, like, not take sides of other people. So even if we don't agree with our friend, we can, or I mean our teammate, we can do something to make them not do the impulsive things. And just tell them that, like, we get it, we understand, and it's hard. But also, like, no one was, like, giving alternate options. But that's not the point. The point is, we should sign a contract that says we don't have to be friends, but we have to work together, and we can't stab each other's in the back. And if you don't want to sign the contract, you can leave.
I mean, I do think it's very important for us to be on the same page.
That's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Are we just glossing over the irony that it was the tiny fairy that accused everyone of being dishonest in the first place?
I kind of agree. Man, people like us aren't exactly honest. I just stole from Irina.
I don't think that's the point.
What?
I took, okay.
Okay, wait. What I'm saying, I have stolen, I killed people, and you know what, Sten, thank you. You saved me from that, and then Doomby backed me up in the pub when I stole from those hunter guys. Like, why couldn't we do that? And, like, it doesn't matter about being, like, honest and whatever. And yes, I accused everybody, but that's because, Andar, you're not nice to any of us. You're mean, and you hurt my feelings a lot, and you were acting shady. And what am I supposed to believe when I get a scary, weird letter? Okay? And I apologized for that, so that's cold. And Alistair, ugh.
No. Okay.
I'm saying, like, I'm confused because I thought we were friends because you guys did back me up and we backed each other up and Andar saved us from burning down the toy shop. But it's like, it's confusing once we get a little further into this because then we all do things that don't seem like we're a good team or we're friends and accuse each other of stuff, which I did. And I've made a lot of mistakes, but I've been trying. You stole from Irina, and I want to steal from people, and I've been trying really hard not to because I didn't want to get the team in trouble again. So it's like no one's being appreciative that I'm trying really hard to work as a team.
Well, first of all, we do appreciate that you been trying to stick together with everybody. I don't think that we can accomplish our joint goal without each other.
That's what I said.
Mm-hmm. I'm agreeing.
That's what I've been saying. Okay, good. Thank you. Thank you.
I really think Malice should be here. But we can catch her up later, I guess. One thing that I think is important is I do think we have to decide whether or not there are going to be things that we don't agree on, like Mim said. And if we're not all together, or we split up, if someone does want to go home or escape from here, I think their chances of accomplishing so is very low. If anyone wants to stop Strahd, I think the chances of doing that separate are very low. So we will have to find some type of method to make sure that we all stick together when tough decisions come.
But,
Real
so
quick,
we need
hold
to...
on. I'm going to pause that because I'm going to jump to Mal. Mal, you've been doing your turnips and your chores.
Turnips. This is Harvest Moon.
What
Did
is
she hear
your
that
what are you
acorn, by
doing
the
next?
way? Or no?
She did, and
She
she
did.
responded.
Okay.
Yeah, and I said, not you, Mal.
Oh.
I said, not you, Mal. We'll see. Like, I don't know what I said. Something like that. It was really harsh.
You said goodbye.
I said, bye.
Well, she could still hear them talking over the acorn.
Correct.
But she didn't say
Yeah.
anything. Yeah.
So you were doing your chores. You got this
sorry.
call on the acorn. What do you do next?
I assume this isn't the only chore. I mean, she's just gonna go out and wait for night, really, because like, from her perspective, she's got
A lot of shit to catch up on.
of things she's thinking about when it comes to potential moves for the party. And
But so if you're just gonna continue doing chores,
yeah.
okay, cool. Then we will
Yeah.
continue with the conversation.
Okay.
I will pivot back down.
Adunbi, I
Yes.
really wanted Mal to be here with us, but we need to discuss Mal first, because we can't have someone on our team who is totally okay with thinking that we're not on her side, and she goes off on her own and thinks that she has to deal with things alone. So we need to make sure that
We're doing exactly that to her.
no, that's not what we're doing. We need to figure out what we need to say to her so she believes that we are on her team and that she needs to come with us, because I don't think she's going to leave here willingly. And I think she doesn't she doesn't want to burden us. So what we need to tell her is that like she's not burdening us. And if we don't agree with her, that doesn't mean that she has to do things alone. So that's why she's not here, because we need to figure out how to have an intervention for her and kidnap her, because I don't think she'll leave here willingly, and I don't think the Abbott wants her to leave either. And frankly, he sucks. Anyway, I'm sorry.
The Abbott does suck. Or wait, did you say Malice sucks?
Sometimes. No, I liked Malice. She was my sister. She
maybe
said she would
still
wait till
like
the morning and wouldn't go without me. And you know what? And Mel's kind of tearing up a little bit, and I am really mad, but she left and didn't bring us. I don't know, and I think it's because she thought we were a burden and we weren't on a team, and I'm mad. But if we just say, all right, we're leaving, she's going to say, well, actually, I think I need to stay here and do my chores because the father who blah, 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 that he's my savior, man. Like, that's what she's going to say. She has to stay because he says so, and that she has a responsibility because she's all about responsibility. But we're her responsibility now, and she doesn't see that. So how are we going to convince her of that? That's why we're talking about her now without her. Okay? Am I right or am I wrong? I don't know.
Well, I feel like if we are honest and straightforward with her, I'm sure she'll come with us. It's just a gut feeling I have.
Sounds good then. Honest and straightforward.
You don't seem to be happy with that plan.
I thought we were honest and straightforward before. I thought it was cleared up before. So I hope that it works out this time.
You sometimes you can't control the situation. You just have to let the chips fall where they may.
Mm-hmm.
I always believe honesty is the best policy.
I agree.
You don't seem very happy about it, but
What do you mean I don't seem happy? Of course I'm not happy. I'm not necessarily not happy, but I'm not happy about the situation. I'm just not happy right now. I want to get home, and I rely on you guys because I think you're the best chance that we have to defeat this thing. That's he who must not be named. And I think we can make a really good team. That's all I'm saying. I'm just not happy, and I don't want to be your friends anymore. I just want to be on your team.
oh, so you don't want to be my friend?
That's what I've been saying. I thought we were friends, and I don't know what friendship is anymore. That's why. I don't understand friendship. I don't understand how people are supposed to treat each other. It doesn't make sense to me.
Well,
Quick question, Ryan.
Mm-hmm.
What is it around like noon right now?
No, it's like
Nearing midnight.
it's like well, it's not close to midnight.
Midnight?
It's like sunset.
It's like
Oh.
sunset.
Yeah,
Okay, I think
'Cause
Malice
you guys-
would have.
you guys went to bed mid-morning,
can you?
had a long rest.
Right.
So at this point, it's probably like 8.
Okay, Mouse is gonna bring dinner up to the room for everyone, and then seeing that it's empty, we'll just leave it there and go back to her chores.
So Irina's gonna be there,
Oh, okay.
but just Irina,
Okay.
and she's going to be like polishing her armor.
Mm-hmm. I don't want to interrupt in this scene because it's very heated. I was just, yeah.
You can
That's
come
fair.
interrupt.
I mean,
wanted to
well, like,
establish that.
if is there
Interrupt.
anything that you would have interaction with Irina wise? Because that's totally fair if you want to.
We can
She's
do
like
that after
not only polishing
Doom.
but also greasing, like making sure it's functional, making sure it not only that it looks good, but that like it's in tip-top shape.
We can do that after this scene. I want
Okay, cool.
I want to finish out this one. Yeah.
All right, cool. So then back to the talk.
Doomby will like be talking to you while like grabbing like a mug from his little pouch and make some instant tea again. Hand you a mug and make one for himself.
She just takes a sip of the tea for a second and then starts sobbing.
Puts a
And
hand
she
on your
just-
puts a hand on your shoulder while you're doing it.
And then she pushes away and she's just like crying into the tea. This is really good tea.
A lot of things have happened lately, Nim. And sometimes friends don't always agree with each other. Sometimes friends do things that will hurt each other. But I sincerely hope that what happened doesn't change the way that you are with us, because despite what anyone might say or make jokes about you being a fairy, we like the way that you are. A lot.
Andor, is that you? Is that actually how your eyes are shifting? I'm glad you feel that way, but I don't know about that we you're talking about. And she looks at Andar and Alistair.
Mim, for what it's worth, I was going to hold my shot back there. I was ready to leave, but you clearly cared deeply about the situation. And
I didn't care about the wolves.
I know Malice fell.
And it was really scary.
And it was a bad situation all around. And we should have had the conversation about why we were in there. But I took the shot because you weren't going to leave, and I care about you. I'd do it again, honestly. For what it's worth.
This is confusing. And chugs the rest of the tea.
Can
Hands it
I,
back to Doomby.
can I ask something of you, Min?
Yes.
Could you get Malice so that we can talk together as a team and as friends?
Do I have to be the one to go get her?
I think it would be really important coming from you. Yes.
Fine. She goes up to Andar. Thanks for the tiny hut. I'm sorry again that I accused you.
Oh, it's quite all right. I've been blamed for things my entire life by one parent or another.
Sad.
Oh. Mim's just gonna hug you. She's just gonna try and go like around your neck and hug you.
Oh.
And like tight. She doesn't want to let go. I think you need this.
It's like having a toddler just latch themselves onto your neck.
Yeah. And she like backs up and just like taps you on the shoulder, like, right there. Okay, I'll be back. And she leaves.
All right. So before we get to Mim leaving and anything that happens in the hut, Mal, so you bring some vegetables up for some vegetables and like a slaughtered chicken up for dinner for the group. And you find Irina alone in the room, kind of like compulsively restoring her armor, not only to shine, but also to like making sure all the straps are oiled and all the joints are loose.
Mal will do the thing where she goes like, "Where did everyone go?"
I don't know, they all left. They not all at once, but I woke up and Adunbi already wasn't here, and Alistair was sleeping, and Sten was sleeping, but woke up around when I woke up, and you were gone, and I haven't seen Mim since we arrived.
Yeah, I haven't really either. Okay, well, brought dinner for, I guess you, if you want some. And she'll like hand her put down the tray and hand her one of the bowls.
She like takes the bowl and she like goes, "Well, if you're not going to prepare it, I will." And she like she opens the window and starts like a little fire in the room. And skewers some of the vegetables and the meat and starts kind of like
Roasting them?
roasting the vegetables and the meat on the skewer.
Do I suspect this is very clearly different, like her attitude from before?
It's unusual.
Have I seen this kind of sudden change before?
Roll me an insight at advantage.
Do it.
Yeah, you have.
Oh. Irina. Is everything okay lately?
Well, I don't think it takes much. I don't think it takes much observation to tell that there's a bunch of tension in the group, and it seems that not everyone is appreciative of everyone else's efforts as it would appear, or is necessarily due.
Which would be... How much do you think is due?
Well, I'm just saying, it seems for a party of strangers that singular purpose was to protect me. I seem to be diving in a whole lot to clean up their messes and put myself in danger. I thought their whole goal was to save me, and here I am, having to be tactician and savior all at once.
I'm sorry. You're right. We haven't been very appreciative. You've done a lot for us, and I want you to know that that means a lot to me. Were you thinking of staying with them further, or staying here?
Well, I don't imagine I have a great deal of choice. Basically, the only places that I've been, I wasn't using her voice like at all. What the fuck?
Okay.
You almost sounded like one of the
wives.
I don't imagine
Oh,
that
no.
I don't imagine that I have much choice. Barovia, my village isn't safe. Vallaki sure isn't safe. Clearly, Kresk isn't safe.
What do you mean by that?
Everywhere we've traveled, we've been in danger, or some catastrophe has befallen us. The only places that I've managed to keep myself together is when we're actively traveling, which proves to be quite risky, or when we were in the castle of Strahd himself. And I don't know who to trust. But I'm starting to wonder if that may be the only person that I can trust is myself. And clearly you, since you appreciate my efforts, but you also are from here, so you actually know that I'm knowledgeable in the region and of nobility around here and traditions, and recognize my stature from whence I came. All these others are outsiders who don't know me from Adam, and clearly don't take me seriously.
Does that last bit seem like something that she would bring up? No, not at all. Okay, yeah, because she so far has like not mentioned her nobility at all.
No.
Like,
The only time she's ever mentioned it is when it's been useful to use as a tool, and
Yeah.
even when she's brought it up, she's mentioned it as a potential risk, considering the potential attention it would bring to you as a group. She's mentioned her nobility in reference to like how she grew up and things to relate to other people or give context, but she's never once used it as a point of entitlement. So this is, yes, odd.
When handing her the bowl, or like, no. Mal's gonna come up with, she's gonna be like, oh, don't worry, I can cook the vegetables for you if you'd like. You don't have to do that yourself.
As you reach for it, she kind of slaps your hand away and she goes, I have much training in cooking. I will be just fine.
Okay. But now that I've gotten close, Mal's gonna look her over and see if there are any animal bits.
There are not.
Okay.
No bestial elements. But you can see that she's like washed herself and she's combed her hair. And seems to be holding herself a little bit more straight.
And Mal will just whisper under her breath, like, I don't understand. How could the madness take hold when she isn't like the others? Okay, well, I'm sorry. I'm sure you'll want to be left. If the others come in, just let them know that I left this here, and I'll come back later tonight. Okay?
You're not gonna eat the food I'm preparing for you?
Oh. Yeah, sure, yeah, okay. Thank you. I didn't know it was
I'm not just
for
gonna
all of
make it
us.
for myself.
Right.
Okay.
Right, thank you. You're very noble.
All right. So that'll be about the same amount of time. Mim, you leave the hut. Is there any discussion that wants to be had while Mim goes and fetches Mal, or would everyone kind of hold until that arrival?
Did Mim leave her contract in the hut?
Mhm.
Can I look at that?
What is on said contract?
Well, it says, I blank hereby declare to remain loyal to the team and defeat the BBEG as as a team, all in capital letters. And I blank will never make big decisions without consulting the team. I hereby acknowledge that if I am at any point in breach of this contract, Mim has permission to stab me while I sleep. This contract is not a contract of friendship. It is a contract of business. Signed here. Date.
Adumbi will also be looking at the contract with you, Alistair, if that's okay.
Yeah, 100%. Well, she was very thorough.
Yes, I think we could make a few amendments at different points in this contract before she gets back.
Sten would also be looking at it. I'm not sure that Mim is legally trained.
I've seen many contracts in my day, and this is cute. I am just going to sign Alistair on it.
Oh.
Damn. Okay. Nick, when you watch this, I don't feel comfortable signing a legally binding contract with your character without your consultation. So we can retcon this to whatever you want to do. Okay, thanks. Bye.
Oh my god.
Anyway, so anything else that wants to occur while you guys are waiting, or is that a good? Cool. So, Mim, you go out looking. Where are you headed?
Well, I'm gonna pull out the acorn as I walk away, and I'm gonna be like, Mal, where are you? Mal.
I'm currently with Irina, sharing a lovely dinner that I brought for us all.
Are you in the creepy area? Well, the extra creepy area.
If you're referring to my room, I resent that.
Well, no one should. I've lived in many places, but no one should have a room like that if they're with somebody who cares about them and loves them and treats them correctly. Anyway, I'm gonna come up. Goodbye. Is this door like go through here? Okay, I think it looks like. I'm just gonna head up there.
All right, real quick before you take the whole journey, because we'll save time.
Okay.
Let me grab Mal.
Bum bum. I'm
All right. So, Mim, you come upstairs. You see Irina kind of finishing cooking and handing Mal a shish kebab of meat and vegetables.
Is it good?
It's fairly finely cooked. I mean, for roasting over an open flame.
Oh.
It's not
Wow.
seasoned or anything, but it's not bad.
I actually half expected she would pull out her own seasoning. I always carry rosemary on the road.
Perhaps if this is her behavior the entire time.
Man, I'm starving. Are you guys sitting on the floor?
I think so. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, Mim just sits down next to you guys for a moment.
Irina kind of sighs. Well, I was going to make mine, but I guess I'll make yours.
Oh, wait, you don't need to do that. I'll wait. Irina. How's it going?
Well, I was just telling Mal here. I don't think that it takes much observation to see that things aren't going well.
Oh my god, I know. I agree.
Right? No one takes us seriously.
Yeah. Tell me about it. Can I tell that something's up with her though? Because I don't know if she would actually have said that either, but
Yes, you can tell it's
okay.
unusual.
Okay. I don't care. I like that she's agreeing with me and saying it anyway. I look over at Mal and I say, Mal, we need to talk.
Yeah, we do.
Mm.
About a great many things.
Walla 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 bing bang.
Do you know what's going on
With who? Sorry.
with her? Like looking, and I glance at Irina.
Definitely one thing we need to talk about. Not here.
Do we bring her with us?
With us? What do you mean?
We gotta go with the group. Well, you and I have to talk, but after that, we have to talk with the group.
You know, I'm actively making you dinner. It's unkind to whisper right next to me.
I'm not whispering anymore. I'm just saying we should discuss things. We're trying to fix the group, okay, Irina? And I know you would like that. Right?
Fix the group?
Yes, it's broken. You helped break it. We need to fix it.
At least it's dysfunctional, if nothing else.
Forgive my forwardness, but I feel like it was broken before I got here.
Got him.
Well, it's like our group was like baby forming, and like we've only been together like 2 weeks, and then you joined, and it was really strong, and we were a group for like I don't know, maybe a day, and there was a tiny error, and then you left, and you did die, and you lied to me, and you broke the group more, and it's not okay. But we need you in our group. We still need you. But what you did was not okay. We were friends. You're my sister. You said you'd wait, and you didn't wait. Why didn't you wait?
Ma'am, I'm very sorry about that. I didn't mean to hurt you. I really didn't.
We need to stop putting the whole world on your shoulders. Your responsibility now is to us, to our group. Why do you feel like you have to be here? And why do you feel like you have to sacrifice what you want and what you like and what for this stupid Abbott?
Okay, hold.
Oh,
Like
no,
she went.
I'm sorry, but
She went from like being like very ashamed and like and reserved, and then when you said that, she's just like, "Hold on a minute. You're his guest here. Do not speak badly of the father."
Mal, I would respect him a whole lot more if he didn't treat you the way he does. Since you joined our group, we have mostly treated you with kindness and friendship, and you were my sister. And I don't know friendship. I don't know what friendship is. I'm learning, I'm trying really hard, but I know caring about someone is not how he treats you.
Mim,
And
I greatly appreciate. I really enjoyed my time with you guys. I really did.
oh, well, you're going to keep enjoying it with us.
But
Please. You owe it to us. We need your help. And you don't want to stay here. Right?
sometimes we have to give up the things we want to do for the people that we love. And I love you very much, Mem. But I have responsibilities here. I know that my
ahead.
father is not the most delicate man or the most kind. And I know that's very important, it seems like, for all of the group, that someone is forwardly kind. But I think that
Well, that's true.
bad people...
I was... Sorry.
No, it's okay. I think that bad people can be very kind, and good people can be very rude. Look at Andar. I think he's a very good person.
That's right. He's in our group and he doesn't really like to be kind. Or maybe he doesn't know how. I don't know. I don't know how to be kind.
I don't want to judge anyone without knowing their story.
Right, but you said that the kindness and seems important to the group. And I said, I don't know if it is important. But I think being a good team player is important to the group. Also, Mel, you have responsibilities, I get it. But wouldn't it be better for everyone you care about to help change all of Barovia? Even if in the meantime it makes things harder for them.
It's very true. I did bring that up with Father.
And what did he say?
He wants me to stay.
Well, of course he does.
Yeah. I'll go with you to talk with the group, if that's what you want.
Yeah.
There's actually a lot of stuff that I want to talk to you about. I think, at the very least, I found another companion and/or my replacement.
Nope. Nope. Let's go talk to the group.
Okay.
Really? Again,
I
I'm
don't-
gonna cook an entire dish and somebody's just gonna leave before it's done.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. I thought it would cook faster. And then I used a little bit of just Druidcraft fire to kind of singe it faster. And I'm like,
Look what you've done. Now you've overdone. Fine, just take it.
thank you.
Just take it.
It smells so good. Irina, thank you for everything you do. I'm sorry. We have things, and you are busy anyway.
It's fine. Clearly, you want to cook it yourself. Just take it and go. I'll make my own.
We'll be back. We walk out. When we're walking out, like after we've left Irina, Nim's gonna say, Mal, you really scared me. And you made me feel like you don't take me seriously, or you don't trust us to support you, or like be on your team. Or I know that they didn't support you, but I was trying really hard and you still went without me. And I just think like you have so much more to grow and learn and do not here. But we should talk to the rest of the group. You're right.
Ma'am, You're right. I'm very sorry. I was so focused on what I had to do, and it felt like... Well, it felt like everyone was against me there, so...
So you just didn't believe me when I said, I don't think you should do this, but I'll come with you and you know I have your back? And we should wait till morning. And you said, yeah, we'll wait till morning. Sounds good. And then I slept at the feet of your sleeping bag and you snuck out. You could have waited till morning. There could have been another way to fix it. And that's what, when you come with us, we're going to fix as a team, and we're going to remember that there's not always one path. And I'm sorry you have to bear this burden and this responsibility, but number one, you don't have to do it alone, and number two, you're not the only one here that can help the Abbey and the Abbott and the people here.
Mim, I consider you one of my closest friends. I'm sorry. I have no excuse. All I can do is ask for your forgiveness. I'm sorry that I was so selfish.
I don't think you're selfish. I just think you were so blinded by your selflessness. Which in a way could have been worse, because if you were selfish, you would have probably just ignored it and just come with us and done what you wanted. And I think you're almost too selfless. And we will have plenty of time for me to forgive you on our journey, but let's go talk to the group. And Mim, I don't know if the timing is working out, but I would assume I'm walking through the door here.
Mim's running up that hill.
All right, so Ma'am, you go to pass into the hut, and Mal, you go to pass into the hut and dunk.
Oh no, I mean Mal understands how the rules of the hut work now. So just wait patiently outside.
Oh, right.
I'll drop it.
Whoosh. A little bit of snow.
Oh.
I present to you, Mel. The person she's going to join our team, right, Mel?
Was she not already a part of the team?
I just look at her.
I mean, I'm sorry, I'm a little unfamiliar with as far as I was aware, we agreed to be traveling companions. Is this like a formal invitation thing or what? I don't know.
Oh, you
how
don't remember signing your. You don't remember being so happy that you were traveling us that you signed this legally binding contract, and he'll point to a contract with your name signed on it. You don't
What's
remember
the name
writing?
what's the name on the contract?
Mal.
Just Melia.
That's not my signature.
I mean, it says your name. So that means you're coming with us.
Oh, would you mind correcting the signature for me?
What is this? She'll just like look over it and just read it.
And you'll see like little edits that Adumi made to it. where it says this is not a contract about friends. It'll like cross out like not and it is a contract.
This is not a contract about friends. This is a contract. It's a contract about business. Has been crossed out to be this is a contract about friends, and then not just business.
Yeah, exactly. That will just be like amendments to the whole entire contract.
Got it.
Oh,
Now here's
you
a
guys
question, real
signed
quick:
it too.
did you amend you give permission to Mim to slit your throat in your sleep?
I didn't say
Section?
slit your throat. I said
About that.
stab you. I said
Okay.
stab you.
To be fair, I signed it as it was. I
Yes.
didn't do the amendment part.
But-
Yes, he knows he won't betray me.
Hold on, Adam was saying something. What were you saying?
I said I have some questions about the part about the stabbing.
Well, don't betray me. It's simple. There's no doesn't.
If you
Oh,
breach the contract, are you to stab yourself, or will that responsibility fall on somebody else? Because I volunteer.
You said you forgave me.
Oh, I do. But if you can stab me, I'd like the ability to stab you.
Wait, well, yes, you can stab me because you won't ever need to.
And I think you misread the. It says cuddle, not stab. It's right there. The friend. You see.
Wait,
My
what?
mistake.
Wait, you guys changed my contract. Oh wait, but
No.
you signed it. You signed it.
Of course.
All right, I'll approve your edits. For now.
I'm not sure that this is due legal process.
Oh, it's completely unenforceable.
Think that I'm unenforceable? Okay.
Mim is very scary.
And Demi will like hand it around for people to sign.
Is it like dark out here?
It is, yes, at this point dark.
It's okay. It won't be dark again once Andar makes another tiny hut.
Ah, it's gonna take so long, and I'm just gonna set a campfire in the middle.
No. I haven't had the opportunity to say this, but thank you all for saving me.
Oh.
I know you guys disagreed with what I was set out to do. And I still think it was the right thing. If you had seen the children, I don't think you would have been against me. But
Wait. I'm sorry, what?
And it begins.
there were children that
We were doing so good.
Dulika was talking about. When I went up the hill, I went there desperately trying to negotiate, but knowing that I would not succeed. But I saw her line them up in front of her like a human wall. I got so angry. I had to jump over. Wait, I didn't ask you all. Did any of them die?
You asked. You've asked.
Oh.
The only
was the
ones
first-
I know that died were the leaders.
Oh,
First the,
right.
first the one that you downed, and then the one that downed you.
Okay, good.
There was also
Good.
above table. There was one other adult, but it was an adult.
Mm.
I
Okay,
don't know
good.
that Alistair would care.
Who knows? Maybe it was the wrong decision, but at least no one can influence them. They can go about using their own instincts, take ultimate responsibility for themselves. But, anyways, I'm sorry. I made a decision on my own, and I know that's not how you all operate.
Frankly, that's actually quite exactly how we operate a lot of times, actually. We're trying to talk about that, actually. That's for another time.
Well, I guess if we're all being frank with each other, my father has asked me to stay here. And I think I should. But I happened upon Esmeralda, and she is an incredible fighter. I think that she could do you all a huge service. She agreed to travel with us if you'll have her. Or with you, I'm sorry, if you'll have her. And she has information for us that she will share later on in my room at night. Apparently Strahd is coming to Kresk in the next couple days, which is why I think my father wanted me here.
Oh shit.
I don't know how we want to prepare.
Do you want to stop, Strahd?
As a whole, yes. Here, I don't. There's so many innocent people.
As a whole, yes.
Absolutely. He's evil.
Do you think anyone can stop him?
I don't know. My father's been trying to for years. I don't think.
Or so he says.
He's trying to sue for a diplomatic peace. I don't think we can reach that, having met him.
You met Strahd.
Real quick.
Yeah?
Mal, you would know the Abbott's tactic. I don't know if you just for your character, you would know the Abbot's strategy. Do with that information. Do with that information what you will. I just want to make sure that you know that in character you know.
Okay. Yeah, she would still have said all what she said. Okay.
Well, honestly, a lot of our group wants to go home, but I think one general consensus for us is that if Strahd is allowed to roam free and do what he wants, that not only will the people of this land be in danger, but all of those who do not have souls, all of those who want to go home, want to be able to get back what's theirs. And frankly, I don't know anyone that might be able to stop him besides us.
On that point, sorry.
I was just gonna say we're certainly on a roll.
On that point, I was thinking if I stay here, I would try to continue to convince my father that this is that we need to raise our hand physically against him. And as you go about garnering the favor of everyone, I was hoping that we could convince Kresk that a rebellion is not only necessary but morally right.
Is there anyone that you can entrust that task to?
Oh my!
Hey Ryan, I sent you a DM.
Oh, look.
Anyone here that you trust?
I mean, I trust my father.
Because we trust you. I trust you. And I don't think that we'll be as safe or as capable setting out what we need to do to save this land without you by our side. Now, if you want to decide at the very end of the day that you still want to stay, I can't stop you, but
It's not about what I want, Adumbi.
I really think this would be the best for everyone.
How is it not
your
about what you want?
Well,
You should be capable of making your own decisions.
where you come from, Andar, did you say you were nobility?
Hmm.
Then are you familiar with the responsibilities that you hold as a noble to the people that you are responsible for?
Oh, quite.
So then you understand that everything from marriage to someone you don't love, duties that you didn't ask for, those are things that are thrust upon you from the station of your birth.
Not much one for tradition myself. Probably why my parents and I don't get along very well.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
I did-
I think it's for the best. Not all parents are good.
Right.
And sometimes ties must be broken, such as here. So, come on.
Excuse me?
Which part?
Forgive me. I feel like you're insinuating that that the father who is your host is
I slept outside. Hosted myself. Made very sure of that.
right. That's fair. I don't. I know that being kind is a very important thing for everyone here. And I know that Father is very abrasive in his personality, but he genuinely does think of the good of everyone.
Then why is Kresk so riddled with disease and illness? If he can just wave his wrist and save somebody, why hasn't he done so outside of the walls of this? Well, I don't want to say cult, but
There's a curse. I don't know much about it, but this is a good point in which to bring it up. There's a curse that afflicts this land. Despite all of what my father tries to do, there's a madness that spreads. We don't know where.
Specifically?
Yes, curse specifically, and I think it's taken hold of Irina.
Do you know how long this curse has been around for?
I mean, she looks like down at herself. uh, no.
Does this curse only seem to affect the people that the abbot tried to help?
I mean, the abbot tries to help everyone, so that's kind of really difficult to judge.
Curious.
Does anyone else here feel funny?
I feel
I-
quite well.
I feel perfectly fine.
I do have to agree with Andar though, purely because, well, I have similar access to divinity. Well, maybe not quite as extreme, and I've never seen this. This is different.
As I've said before, I've been around magic my whole life. I'd like to consider myself very well versed in it, and what's going on here is not like anything I've seen before, and it makes me very uncomfortable. I recognize that you have this devotion to him because he raised you or saved you or whatever, but I would ask you, is that really what he did? If you would have died without him, I think he just killed you in a way that kept you breathing. If he's claimed your life as his to do his bidding, he wasn't even relieved to see you alive when you came back. It was just apathy. I don't get along with my parents at all, but they'd be happy when I came home after being gone for so long and presumed dead.
I mean, Mal, weren't you dead when we found you?
Yeah, he sent you to the Wizards of Wine with a resurrection scroll. He sent you on a suicide mission.
And he didn't know who would, or if anyone would be able to resurrect you.
I will admit it's not the first time.
It's not the first time.
How many times have you died?
I mean, if you have to think about it, I think that's enough answer.
We need you to come with us. You have no choice. You have to come with us.
I'm just saying, this curse seems to only afflict this town. And this is the only town that this abbot has any access to doing magic that is questionable at best. I'm guessing any good thing that he does for people comes with strings attached. It appears the werewolves weren't the only ones preying on the people of Kresk. At least the werewolves had the decency to do so from outside the walls.
Can I ask for a persuasion roll? Is that
From Andar?
yeah, from Andar?
Shit. I'm not good at persuading.
Well, I think we can assist because we've also been like,
More
now
than
you have to come
fair.
with us.
Yeah,
So-
more than fair.
I don't remember.
So go at advantage.
Still not great. I have a -1 on.
Oh,
Hey,
an
18.
advantage.
Hey, it was a 1 and a 19. Oh my god.
That's not stressful at all.
Would have been a 0.
It literally would have been a 0. Oh my god.
Oh, wow.
Fuck. Okay.
Oh man, this is
Okay. Mal will look taken aback by everything that you said, and then why does that make so much sense? Maybe I can ask him. Maybe It is only this town. What? He. I don't understand. Why would he
Yeah,
lie to
but-
me?
You have a duty to your people to figure out what's going on.
That's a lot of responsibility. I mean, we could help with that too.
Of course we would help. We want to let our friends sit by and do things dangerous by themselves.
I mean, she did sign the contract, so.
You know what? You're right. You're right. You should be more grateful to see me.
It's time to really get to the bottom of this, I think.
I'll try talking to him tomorrow about it. Tonight's really important. We have to talk to Esmeralda about
Okay.
what we're gonna
Is
do
there
about
perhaps
Strahd.
an inn we could stay at in town?
DM, is there an inn that we could perhaps stay in town?
There are cabins, but there is no inn. They don't
There
have
are
the
cabins,
supplies
but there
to, they don't have the
are
supplies
no
to put it
inns. They don't have any supplies to put it in.
I think, honestly, I think I speak for all of us when I say we might be more comfortable there. No,
I would agree. Are they far away from here? How far?
I mean, we walked for a couple minutes down the hill. It's
But-
mostly the hill.
It's like 50 minutes.
It's downhill, so we could run it.
Running up the hill.
You have
Running down
wings. Why would you run anywhere?
Well, when I say run, you obviously mean no. I'm not gonna run with you, but I'll dash with you guys. I fly fast.
I think we should go there. We have more than enough equipment. We don't need any equipment. I would very much like to take a break from casting Tiny Hut over and over and over again. Thank you.
I don't think any of us have said that we greatly appreciate that, Andar.
Oh,
I-
no, it's
I
fine.
did.
It's mostly selfish. I want to stay warm.
I said thanks again for casting it again.
Oh,
I did.
Okay, that makes sense.
And then I glared at him, but it's fine.
In the meantime, what are we gonna do about Irina?
Well, you've
Oh, yes.
seen this curse before? Is there a way to get rid of it? And why is it only affecting her and none of us? Unless it is.
That's why I'm not too sure on your assessment of whether it's coming from the father. I think if it is, I think that he's well-meaning and he doesn't know. But the thing is that it only affected the people from the mongrel folk before.
Very
And
interesting.
Irina doesn't seem to be growing anything. So
honestly, it could just be each time he uses the ability. There's a chance
there-
for something to go wrong, and with more uses, that chance ever increases.
Is there any place in the Abbey that's off limits?
is there any place in the Abbey that's off limit? I imagine like a lot of them are.
Do you know,
Okay.
to the public, generally Cloven's room?
So Malice is allowed in the Abbott's like private quarters and stuff.
Because Mal knows what the Abbott's working on.
Mal,
Mm-hmm.
what happens if he doesn't have good intentions? Or you, like, what would you do?
Well, I would have to confront him about it.
No.
See what he has to say. But if Father truly is a bad man, then I can't be the one to judge him. I'll have to send him to the Morning Lord to do so.
Oh, you mean? Whoa. Well, I mean, I have experience with something like that. I could help you.
I'd be by your side too if you'd have me.
Yeah.
You also don't always have to be the one to do these things.
Well, he's my father. I should. And I would very much like to.
Go ahead.
I would very much like to join him afterwards as well.
What?
But that's a worst case scenario anyway.
Mal? No.
Yes.
No. I think if you feel forced to have to kill the father, you will regret it. You should leave it to us. And then you can mourn him, who you thought he was, and what he's done for you that is positive. But you have a duty also to help save the rest of Kresk. Right? These are your people.
God damn it, you guys are just not playing fair.
Also, while we have a second, Joseph, I shot you a DM just specifically with what you know about the Abbott plan.
Yeah, okay.
Why don't we get there when we get there, you know? I feel like we're jumping a little bit too far ahead.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm sure it's all a misunderstanding.
It's probably a misunderstanding.
Yeah.
Do you want us to be there when you talk to him?
I would like that very much, but he might take it as us ganging up on him, and I don't want that.
Okay. I'll just be out of sight then.
However it goes down, I want you guys to know that traveling with you for this past week has been the most fun I've had in, well, ever, despite things. So I really do appreciate your companionship.
Of course. We're right there by your side.
Yeah. I'm gonna take that bell ringing as a literal bell ringing, and she'll say, I think we should go to my room now. Esmeralda should be on her way.
Sounds good.
Great. And we'll head over there. Bum, bum,
And
bum.
Hey, you were going back in.
Come back in.
Don't worry, afterwards we'll leave, and afterwards you'll...
Question. It is 3:10. Do we want to have this conversation, or do we want to have this conversation and then end, or do we want to end here and have this conversation next time?
I think next week. I'm feeling a little lightheaded right now.
No
No.
worries. This is a good point.
Also,
to
big
stop.
conversation, whole group would be awesome.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
agreed.
Yeah.
Sten missed a
Yeah.
doozy.
Yeah.
A doozy.
I'm sorry, Mim is so mad, guys. I don't
No.
like it.
Don't apologize. You gotta play your true to your character.
I was really hoping you were going to give us a group name in that contract.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm eventually coming for you for a group name.
me?
Yeah,
how
so be thinking
about this?
it.
How's this for a group name? The Wolves of Vengeance.
Oh God. Jesus Christ.
Oh my god.
Is that not good?
And we learned a lot about Andar's backstory today.
Yeah, fuck
I'm
yeah.
excited.
I can't wait for more.
Yeah.
And Andar's gonna be Mim's best friend. at some point. He also doesn't understand friendship apparently,
Pretty
so
tall
we
order.
can learn together.
Pretty tall order.
Well, compared to Mim, everything's a tall order.
Hey, got him. Dun-dunts.
That was so funny. Ha ha ha.
What? Mim's like 2 feet tall.
Yeah? Felt a little personal.
Bing, bong.
Hey,
worry, her heart
I
is
didn't make your
big.
character short. You made your character short.
Yeah. So,
I mean, technically, you did make her character short because it's like she exists in your world.
I mean, the description as provided by the lovely Miss Tot here is
hey,
Mim
no,
is
the
a
book
2-foot tall fairy rogue. That is the
Yeah,
first.
but she,
And that's very big for
Mim?
fairies.
yeah.
Mim
Sorry.
did not choose to be born a fairy. It is the life that she had been given.
Provided by
She should
Lady
not
Tot.
be slandered and bullied.
All right.
Oh my goodness.
All right.
Well,
man.
then we will put a pin in it there. You guys walk upstairs. We'll
Thanks
have
for
you
the
guys walk into the room next week. And we'll have to fill in Stan on what happened.
Oh yeah.
But we had some interesting progression today.
Yeah.
And we all wait. Did Mal? I told Mal to if she can add her real signature. Did we just like get to miss? Did we just like miss that in the whatever or?
Mal didn't
Like-
sign, at least as stated. Alistair
So yeah,
signed.
we were having like a bunch of people talk, so like I didn't get to like focus on that at some point. I mean, I can just.
I think Malice would have signed it.
Okay.
Yeah, and she would have signed it. Malice of the Abbey of St. Markovia. the whole thing.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
The whole thing.
Yep. Because that's her last name.
So as far as records go, Alistair and Malice have signed. All right.
Well, okay.
Legally
And
binding
a Doonby
contract.
or?
Yeah, didn't we sign?
Oh, and a Doom.
And
Okay.
I think a Doonby, I mean, it's a pretty standard medieval thing, but like when you're an orphan, and you're given to the church, you take the name of the church as your last name.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
like-
think I think a Doomby caught that a while ago.
Oh gosh.
Like the Corians. I
Malice.
think you should be Malice Voss, whatever our team name is once we get it.
Malice von
Like-
Stradovich.
Well, no, Voss. In Mass Effect, there
No,
are
don't spoil it.
No, I'm just gonna say there are Corians. It is a race. It has to do with that. So that's why you have to play Mass Effect so you can find out and be on the inside scoop.
'Cause it's
I do
so
love
good.
That's a great reference.
I love
Yes.
them so much. All right. Well, thank you all for playing. I'm sorry we had tech issues that made today's session particularly short. I'm going to do my best to try and solve them. I don't know what's causing it, so we'll have to figure that out by next week.
We still got to hang out. It's
All
good.
right.
All
We
right, I'll
said we
talk to
still
you
got
guys
to hang
soon.
out. All right.
Yep.
Thank you guys for playing.
All right.
See you next week.
Thank you.
Bye.
You too.